Someone asked me what are the chances of getting into specialist training in Australia, as apparently he did not want to become just a GP. Remember, being a GP is not a fallback option, but a conscious career choice that comes with its own perks. And you have to do a structured training to become a specialist GP in Australia. In this video, I'm going to cover 3 critical aspects of a GP career in Australia that every IMG must understand. First, I will explore the pathways to specialization within general practice, which can significantly increase your earnings and job satisfaction. Second, we'll discuss work-life balance and flexibility, a key factor for those moving to a new country. And finally, I'll break down the income models, showing you the real difference between bulk billing and private billing. By the end, you'll have a clear, realistic picture of what this career path offers, moving beyond the exam to your future practice. GPs generally work business hours, like 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on weekdays. You have a lot of control over this schedule. You can decide if you want to work 5 days a week or maybe just 4. It's up to you. You can also choose to work full days or only half days. This creates a very high level of flexibility for your personal life. And this was the primary reason I chose this pathway, is for me, this is extremely important. Your reason can be different, but let me tell you, there are other perks of being a GP as well. The idea of being just a GP, as some IMGs might think, is a common mistake. In Australia, general practice is a starting point for a career. You can shape yourself, but you need to know the right steps. A normal workday for a GP is very broad. You might see children for their regular health checks. You can help adults manage long-term conditions like diabetes and provide consultations for mental health. And this variety gives you a strong clinical base to build on. From this space, many GPs find a special interest. RCGP has listed 37 different specific interest groups. These groups cover many areas, from dermatology and allergy to addiction medicine and women's health. And joining one of these is the first step towards making your practice more specialized. You do not always need to go back for formal training to pursue a special interest. You can complete focused professional development courses while you are doing your fellowship, or even before or after this. And this can make you the local expert in that area. Other doctors may then send you specific patients, which often allows you to charge higher private fees for your specialized knowledge. I completed my professional diploma in skin cancer medicine, and I do a good number of skin checks and excision biopsy. So sometimes other fellow GPs send me their patients too. It can be quite satisfying experience. For those who want a more formal path, you can do advanced skills training. And this is very popular for GPs working in rural locations. You can get skills in areas like anesthetics or obstetrics, because these skills are in high demand outside of the big cities. This training often comes with large financial incentives. There are also roles in academics. Many universities have GP liaison positions where you can teach medical students. You can also join clinical research projects through primary care networks, and this lets you combine your patient work with a role in academia. And this is how you move from a junior GP to a senior one. Over time, you might decide to become a practice owner. This gives you control over your work environment and business. You could also become a clinical supervisor, where you guide new GPs who are just starting their training. Another path is to become a leader in a primary health network, or PHN, helping to plan healthcare services for your whole region. Now that you understand the financial and career structure, let's pull it all together. I'm just looking at GP salary information online and get a very confusing picture. I think understanding this is as important as anything else in a new country. It will help you plan your finances and make choices that are right for you and your family. Let's start with the foundation of GP income in Australia. The baseline for your pay is the standard Medicare rebate. This is the amount of money the government pays for a standard medical consultation. Think of this as the basic building block for your income. For every eligible patient you see, Medicare contributes this set amount, and this rebate is your starting point, and everything else is built on top of it. Your income will depend on how you use this rebate system. Now, here is the most critical choice you'll make that decides your income. This is the choice between bulk billing and private or mixed billing. A practice that bulk bills accepts the Medicare rebate as the full payment for your service. This means the patient does not pay anything out of their own pocket. To make a good income, these clinics need to see a high number of patients each day, and your income is fixed per patient at the rebate amount. In contrast, a private billing practice will charge more than rebate amount. The patient pays the full fee and then gets the Medicare rebate back from the government. The amount the patient pays on top of the rebate is called the gap fee. However, it means you need a patient base that is able and willing to pay this extra amount. Now let's imagine two different doctors. Dr. A works in a busy clinic in a big city. The clinic only does bulk billing, and Dr. B works in a regional town in a mixed billing practice. Let's compare what they could earn in a standard 40-hour week. Dr. A might see 5 or 6 patients every hour, but only earns the Medicare rebate for each one. And Dr. B might see only 4 patients an hour, but for most of them, she adds a gap fee of perhaps $40 or $50. The main difference here is patient demand versus income per patient. In large urban areas, there is a very high demand for doctors, but there is also more competition between clinics, and this creates a pressure for clinics to bulk bill to attract patients. In rural and regional areas, there is often a shortage of doctors. To encourage doctors to move there, the government offers support too. While talking about all of this, we also must talk about the practice's service fee. You do not get to keep 100% of the fees you bill. The clinic where you work keeps a percentage to cover its costs. And this service fee pays for the rent of the building, the electricity, the receptionist staff, the nurses, and all the medical supplies. This fee is usually between 30% and 50% of your total billings. And that means if you bill $100, you might only receive $50 to $70 of that amount. This directly changes how long it takes to build a stable income. In a bulk billing clinic, you can be busy from your very first day, and this gives you a predictable income right away. But your potential to earn more is lower. In a private model, it can take longer to build up a full list of regular patients. It might take 6 months or even a year, and during that time, your income might be lower. So how much do GPs in Australia really earn? After you account for the service fee, a GP in a busy urban bulk billing clinic might earn around $150,000 to $250,000 a year. A GP working in a private or mixed billing practice, especially in a regional area, can earn from $250,000 to over $400,000 a year. The most important things that change your income are your billing model and your location. But the real value for an IMG choosing general practice is not just salary. It's the control and flexibility to build a career that fits your personal goals. Being a GP is a strategic choice, not a fallback. The system supports a diverse range of interest, from high-income procedural work in a rural town to a balanced academic and clinical life. If you're planning to become a GP, you are setting out on a long and fulfilling journey. If you have any questions about being a GP in Australia, let me know in the comments. Thank you.